Hey guys, welcome back. So,
Battle started.
gotta love these pictures, right? So this is one of those situations where sometimes you may wish to play a certain way, but life throws you into a route that you did not intend to go down. So, here I am in the blue team, starting off in the central most southern position. So in this particular map, there isn't the roles that you see on things like glitters and stuff like that. So you're kind of just working out where to put everybody. But for the most part, based on the mexes, you know where to start, right? However, it's not very clear like who's going to be air, who's ecoing, who's teching, and things like that. Frontline is a little bit more sort of straightforward. Naturally, the closer you are to the opposition, that's who's frontlining, right? So here, I thought I would get an opportunity to eco up or tech up, right? So I thought, I've got enough guys up over here, kind of looking to take the fight to the enemy. We've got our blue team leader Vids playing up in the C position. I'm sure he will eventually go on to land as well. We've got Power of Gerard or Jared playing in C as well. Azuro, Chess Master. Who else we've got over here? We've got Doran. Yep, going into Armada bots. That's going to be good because he's in a more sort of mountainous region, right? So bots are much better for mobility. Yep, Armada bots here as well. Who's this? Arsto. I think that's how you pronounce it. Holt Major Commander. That's definitely got to be German or something, right? Oh no, it's French. Nice. So, what do we have in our opposition team, right? So, their star player, where is he or she? Whimsy. Okay, playing Cortex there at the back. Interesting. Over onto this side, who we got? We got Luckelberg, right? Okay, pretty good mix of countries playing here today, so that's good to see. Armada vehicles up in the mountains. Not sure about this one though. Not sure about this one. I mean, vehicles do have better mobility than bots, generally speaking, anyway, right? But not when the terrain is like this, I'd imagine. But who knows? Maybe this is a strong play. We just don't know it yet. I mean, it does look like he's looking to take up a yeah, getting up to pretty much halfway at the map and sticking his rovers over here. Looks like looks like a blue player. He wants to do the tower of LLTs. Bit like something that I end up getting guilty of doing myself, right? Um, yeah, I think troops. I want to see if he's producing any troops because he'll be quite good if he is. Yeah, he is. Excellent, excellent. Even just a couple of pawns is still going to trade well against these rovers. So yeah, that's good. I mean, it looks like Earthbound also wants to go into the world of LLTs. So if Arsto can get his ones in first, he's gonna do really well. Yeah, I mean, range of an LLT against the armament of a rover, he's always gonna trade really well. Orange has managed to get a blitz up and running, which would have been problematic had we not gotten the LLTs up. So this is good. This is gonna kind of make him get him a little bit nervous. Only thing to kind of be cognizant about this type of play is you're gonna you could potentially end up in a position where both of you are just kind of at this tower defense type game, right? And you're gonna invest so much into these static defenses, so much metal, energy, time, all of these things, right? And the one who ends up going for units is the one that's going to end up winning eventually. Because you're going to either make, missile trucks or rocket bots or one or the other, and they're going to outrange all these LLTs, and that's going to be the team that kind of gets the win here. What is going on here? It looks like their top player, Red, is sending out some scouts. He wants to see what we're doing. Now, at this point in time, I think I'm doing pretty damn well, right? I think I'm doing good in the sense that I'm not just producing units for the sake of producing units. I'm looking to get a bit of economy up. Wind is really good in this map, really really good, right? So you're always going to favor well. Now, I noticed that we didn't have anybody that went into air, and I don't actually play air. I struggle with it, um, and I don't really know how to play it, to be completely honest with you. I mean, I can make a bunch of fighters and get them to kind of patrol and look after a particular area, but how to do like bombing runs and things like that, I don't really know. So if you guys know like how to actually play air, let me know what sort of compositions are best. I know you should get some scouts out, right? Because you want to see where the enemy team are. But how to do it best to make sure the bombers can actually go through. I mean, I love seeing air play. I always say in a bunch of my videos, right? If you've got a good solid air player, they make such a difference in the game. They can win you a game, or they could save you from outright losing a game, right? So they're super important. Oh, Mika is in trouble. This guy has no answer. Can't shoot when you're in water, and boom, scout. Good hunting by Vids. Now what we don't want is Vids to get too hungry there, right? And whilst he rushes for the reclaim, I do think maybe trying to go for that reclaim might have been a bit better, right? Because he's got these naval forces. They could do really, really well against these tier 1 bots. Really well. Yeah, and we got some backup from the chess master himself, right? And I'm sure that's his favorite number. So, yeah, look, Brown, he's just losing units. He's just sending them in to die. Maybe he realizes, maybe he doesn't. But his factory, I mean, he's just pumping these bad boys out. Where are they going? Yeah, they're just going here to die. So long as these boats stay, and we've got the commander or some sort of bot get the reclaim on, right? We're gonna do well. We're gonna do well for the most part. Because these are kind of shallow waters, I don't know if you can really get the boats exactly where you want to maneuver them. So, I mean, if we could have wiped out Earthbound, right? Could have wiped out Earthbound quite well. Okay, what else we got going here? We got the Space Kangaroo. Wow, he's taking up a pretty frontal position. This is really interesting. I mean, it looks like he wanted to cover off the half of the map as well, right? And not really getting too much of an opposition. It looks like he's taken that opportunity. Okay. So, oh, these are dolphins. I thought these were subs. It's my bad eyesight coming in. See, I really do think, again, if yes, this is what I like. Subs, make them. Most often than not, the opposition isn't really going to have anything to contest with when it comes to the subs, and they can go in, come in over here and take. Oh, actually, he does have subs as well. Okay, great minds think alike. What we got here? So interesting hovercrafts, right? I mean, this is a rocket. I mean, it looks like the range is fantastic on this. Really, really good. Really, really good. I mean, this is going to make short work of these units. Yeah, okay, we don't have vision. We've got radar dots, which isn't going to be like 100% accurate, but there should be enough. I mean, these types of rockets, they've got pretty good area damage, right? So we should be all right. Look at what I'm doing here. It's just a bunch of fighters. I've got them on repeat, and I thought, look, I've got to get some sort of air wall out there, right? Because yeah, it's highly unlikely the rest of the squad's going to have suitable anti-air defense if something happens. So we just want to make sure that we've got something happening here. Now, what I did, and I don't know if it's the right move, right? So if we look at my sort of base instructions, I got the fighters to move over here and then patrol this line here. I didn't want to move them all the way to the center point of the map, because I figured, look, the enemy is going to have some sort of anti-air, right? Whether it's bots, static defense, or from the ships. So what's the point? As long as this covers all my comrades' bases, then we should be okay. And as long as I just keep spamming fighters, I should eventually make enough of a wall, right? Right? That's my thinking. So guys, let me know, is that the right thing to do? Is it not? How can I improve that moving forward? Because I do want to learn air a lot more, so then at least it brings another sort of feather onto the hat, right, so to speak. So I'm not just in a point where I go into games and I'm like, oh no, I just don't want the air position. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, let me know. Any tips and tricks is highly, highly favored. Wow, now this is interesting. So again, like most of my games, it is a noob game. So a top tip, if you're in this situation, don't overdo these construction bots, right? You're better off just making a construction tower, a nano, right? A conturret or two. That's going to be much more efficient than these, because look, these got, what is it? What's the build power on these bad boys, right? 80. The construction turret has 200, I believe. So with the amount of like metal, energy, all your resources you use to make these, a couple of conturrets would have done much better for you, right? And then even if you did have all these, send them out, get them to get some mexes going, right? Or get them to build things that a conturret can't build. For example, more wind, energy converters, maybe some more defenses for your base, right? Things like that. So as you can see here, I got 3 turrets. Although my metal is lacking, I've got lots of energy, I just gotta make enough converters to actually get going. Now, what am I doing here? What's my thinking? Well, I wanted to make a tier 2, I believe an air lab. I wanted to make a tier 2 air lab because I know Armada Air isn't great, and I know the tier 1 bombers are just shambolic, right? From what everybody says. So I thought if I'm gonna try and play air, I need to get some bombers going, right? And for me to get some useful ones, I need tier 2 air. And also with Armada, you get the nuke bomber. So now that's really, really important. And they got some half decent gunships like the Roughneck. That's pretty good if you can get them en masse. Oh, and not to forget the abductor. So even though it's a transport, it has a paralyzing beam, so you can use it kind of like a Swiss Army knife, right? So you don't have to just use it for transport purposes. You can paralyze a whole bunch of units that's looking to attack your base, or paralyze an anti-nuke, if you know where it is, right? So it's something to keep in mind. So many people I see on many sort of other videos in the comments, they always say, look, how can you nuke the opposition if they got anti-nuke, right? And the answers are pretty much what they are, right? You have to take that anti-nuke out. Whether you take it out in a bombing run, or you send in a bunch of units specifically to take out the anti-nuke, or you hit it with an EMP. Armada does have EMP launchers, but also look, it's got EMP bombers, but it does have the abductor. So that's something to keep in mind, right? Something to keep in mind. For those of you who are much better at the game, I'm sure you can make some excellent plays with just having that abductor being there. And I've seen some great plays with the abductor, especially there's this video. It's a little bit old now, right? But it's fantastic. It's on the Brightworks channel, right? It's called the I can't remember exactly what it's called, but the maneuver is called the Nostradamus maneuver, and it's fantastic. You have got to watch that. It's incredible. I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, when I saw that play, I've never seen anything like it. It's a player called Nostradamus, and yeah, he just does this insane play. That is just ridiculous, and I think people have mimicked it over time, but you know, no one's going to beat the first, right? No one's going to beat the first. Okay, so Red aren't actually doing too bad, although we made a few raids. And things like this, they're also doing the same, right? They're pushing with a bunch of units. I mean, these are tier 1 maces, but these are tier 1 hovers, right? Yeah, so it's I mean, tanks usually do trade better against bots if they're microed properly, because they tend to always have a little bit more armor and a little bit more punch to their firepower, right? So yeah, important to keep in mind. So it looks like sky blue, light blue, sea blue. He's sending in some reinforcements to help, which is excellent. That's what you want to see. And this is good teamwork. And this is where, like, if you are a player that's come in and you know your skill level isn't up there with necessarily everybody else, you can still contribute and still help the team, right? I mean, he's doing what he can. He's got repeat on. He's getting some pawns sent over. His metal economy is lacking, and you know, again, just as a area improvement, if you know your colleague isn't going to take these mexes, take them, or just ask him, let him know, yeah, and say, look, can I have these? Likewise, you've got lots of land. Make more wind, make more energy, right? So then at least you can make more of these bad boys and convert those into metal. Looks like our leader's saying, look, push through, right? Push through, because sometimes that's the only way to hold back aggression. Not necessarily to just go in. Oh, we lost the commander. No. Yeah, not just necessarily going back and putting up LLTs and things like that, which I know I do a lot. But sometimes just pushing forward, attack is a great way to defend. Looks like we're having excellent joy in the sea, right? We've been taking scalps of commanders in the water. Okay, that's going to get Red really worried about having any sort of sea play against us, right? We are the pirates of this land, right? This glorified pond is ours, and no one's going to take it from us. And these aren't necessarily like the heavy hitting ships, are they? I don't think. Yeah, I mean, they're so frigates. Like, I don't really know too much about naval, but I've seen far bigger boats, right? So yeah, looks like we've managed to achieve quite a lot with this healthy composition here. I mean, blue is getting big. I mean, he's certainly a lot, pretty much, you know, half these units I don't even know what they are. So I'm so unfamiliar about naval play that I don't even know what these things look like. Okay, so we've got a red team, Mr. Orange from the red team, pushing through. So it looks like, you know, we're trying to get some tier 2 out, but I don't think he's gonna come out in time. And even if he does, this fat boy, too slow, he's not gonna be able to do anything. It's better to make the it sounds horrible, but the cheaper units first, right? Get your hounds, because they're quicker, they're faster, right? Your hounds, your recluses, get those out if you're playing Armada, right? And once you've got a decent number of those, then get some of those fat boys out, because they're going to take a lot longer to build. They're going to take a lot longer to build, and the resources needed to make them, you know, you do need to kind of bump up your economy a fair bit. Right, so it looks like light blue is aware that we've got some problems. Okay, Raider's gone, so we can't. Well, it's fine. He's got some vision, right? It's got some vision because of the metal extractor that was there. Now I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm in trouble. These guys are coming straight for me, and because I've gone into air, I don't have any bots. I don't have any units that can really fight these guys. I'm panicking, trying to make these you know, beamers. I gotta try and do something. I mean, I've got these really crappy tier 1 gunships, you know, really crappy ones, and these guys are gonna come in and they're gonna absolutely demolish me. Absolutely demolish me. Now this was disheartening. This was just so painful to watch, because it was like there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do to stop this, you know. And I think by this time I had self-deed my commander to get their tier 2 air lab, so I couldn't even D-gun these guys, right? I mean, they missed the trick here. They missed this energy storage, which is going to help me a great deal to get back on my feet, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I do think some of my guys, they helped me out with some res bots. So at least then I'm not starting from scratch, right? I can res this one back up, you know, and these tanks I can res these as well, and kind of use those as a bit of a defense. So that's something to consider, right? If you're fully into air and you're not gonna go into bots or oof, no rest for the wicked. Jaguars coming in. Yeah. If you're not going to have any bots or vehicles and you're just fully into air, if you've got wreckages near you, rather than just reclaiming those, right? If they're good tanks or just units, consider just rezzing them and having them there to just defend your base for a little bit, right? It might be of better value. Oh, this is not good. So it looks like we've got a combined effort here. We've got a combined effort of Earthbound and Mika, right? Well, as long as it's not Micah, just reminds me of Red Dead 2, you know? The rat. Right. Tier 1's getting demolished. These Jaguars gonna have a field day with these type of bots, right? Especially if they're clumped up. Lightning is chain lightning, and they're gonna get a lot of value. They're gonna get a lot of value here. They've come in, they've moved in quick. They've taken out the lab. These tier 1s follow up. I mean, they got some Centurions in there. These are like, 1.5 tier units. Fusion goes down. Oof. That is bad. I mean, dark green is all but gone. All but gone. Commander goes down. Not good. And the fact that these units still aren't dead. They're damaged but not dead. I mean, they'll be taken out. But red made a really good push here. It just goes to show just how weak we were in this section when we lost the player over here. And we didn't have enough time from that first raid to really get back on our feet. So yeah, this is painful, man. This is painful. I mean, it even looks like my air wall is pretty much down. Right, if you look on the mini map, it's pretty much down. So we've got lots of wreckage here. Lots of wreckage. But this can be salvaged. This can be salvaged. I mean, this commander is the only thing I'd say, don't bother resin, just take the metal from it. This is painful to watch. So again, top tip, if you're in this situation, right, you got construction bots, loads of them, you're lacking metal, right, so do a couple of things. Either start making mexes, but you may not be able to because you've got literally no metal income, right? So just make energy converters. At least that's going to give you 1 metal a second, right? It's going to give you 1 metal a second. That's going to help you. That's going to help you get somewhere. Do that, and try and get back onto your feet, or ask your comrades, because they may not always have the they're going to be busy like microing, doing other things. They may not always realize that you need their help. So shout, say, hey, look, I need some mexes, I need some wind, can you give me something, or can you just send me some metal? Can you do something for me? I mean, it looks like he, even if he did produce anything, he's got his slider all the way down. Oh, actually, he's left the game. Oh, that's not good. I always feel like you shouldn't leave the game if you're completely out, because again, just communicate to your team and let them know you need a little bit of help, whether that's a construction bot or something. You can get back in. You don't, just because you're out doesn't mean you're out forever. It's yeah, in bar your teammates can get you back in. Even if your base is gone, your commander's gone, doesn't mean you're out of the game. So just always keep that in mind for all the newbies, right? Doesn't mean you're out of the game. You can always come back. You can always come back. And you never know, you might be the sort of ace in the hole that the opposition players, they think they're taking you out, never have to worry about you, but you are slowly cooking away in the background, right? And you might be the one that ends up getting into tier 3 before anybody else, because you're not focusing on attacking the enemy or making bots. But look, this tower defense, man, look at this. Beamers, LLTs, gauntlet. You got pop-up turrets now being made as well. Crikey. But one of these can take them all out. Now this is what I like. Blue, clearly Vids, right? Clearly a seasoned player here, right? Out of all of us, he knew exactly what to do in this situation. Make the missile bots and make the missile ships. Make them, because they're gonna rain hell on these things. As long as we can get, if we can get vision, even better. But if we can't, okay, we've got some radar dots. But because we did have vision on this, it's still appearing on the on our map, right? So we're gonna get lots and lots of value out of this, and they're not really gonna have an answer for this, to be completely honest. I mean, this is the only thing that can do something, but if we can target it, it's gone, and we're okay. So my tier 2 air lab is back up. My tier 2 air lab is back up. Blue being the absolute superstar, he sent some units over here to kind of, guard this area, make sure it's okay. I got some beamers up now as well, so that's good. I need to get some build power up, so I've just lined that up over here. I've got a fusion lined up, So even though I'm getting my mexes back, I know energy is going to be a big thing, especially if I want to, start cranking out more, tier 2 air, especially these bombers. I'm gonna need, a substantial economy coming in. See, I've never really had a look to see how much all this stuff cost. I'm surprised the roughneck takes more metal. Yeah, it takes more metal than a bomber. Right, torpedo bomber. Okay, interesting. 400 metal, 320, not bad. Wow, damn, that's expensive. I mean, this is like whenever I play against Barbarian AI or Raptors, this is what I would usually go for, and I'd keep like a little stockpile of them. Cheeky, cheeky. What's he looking to do with that plane? I suppose he thought there's a weakness with our air force, and he wanted to exploit that. What we got over here? So this is a decent composition. Oh wow, look how many hounds this guy has. Now, the one of the things I don't like about season 2, right, and this is the criticism I do have. The Hound used to have two firing modes. What you're seeing here, which is the plasma, right, which is the more longer range, less accurate, takes a little bit longer to fire off, but it's got range and it's got right, and it had a Gauss mode, Gauss cannon, which you could toggle. There was a section over here. The Gauss mode was more for direct hits. So it couldn't go over anything, but it was quicker. It didn't hit as much and it didn't really have any area damage, but it was quick, so you could target units better. And I loved using them both, and I don't know why they got rid of it. I really don't. I mean, I don't think it was overpowered by any means, and not too many people used to toggle between the two, but it's just the players that knew or enjoyed playing with the hounds, they knew, and they knew how to use it. But I didn't think it was OP in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, so really bummed out to see that go. I think keep it in. Keep it in. It wasn't doing damage. Sniper bots, excellent, but they will be overrun by hounds. They just don't have the rate of fire needed. Risky play or Dorian. I mean, get yourself nuke 'em, right? But you want to get up close and personal. If you know you're gonna die, get up close and personal with these guys. Don't even bother with a D gun. Just get up close and personal. Get them to surround you, because you're gonna be taken out. Right, these guys are clearly gonna. I wonder what they can see, because yeah, they can see a lot. I don't know why they're frightened to go through it. Just send a few units down this way. They could just come through here. They don't even need to flank it. I mean, there's no danger to these units. No danger to them whatsoever. So yeah, they could have just pushed through happily. Although units are here, they say these pawns. The game has gone past this. It's gone past the point of pawns, and oh my gosh, red is getting cocky. I mean, look, my tier 1 fighters can only do so much, right? They can only do so much, and I'm guessing he would have sent some fighters along with these bombers. And look, he wants to get into the back line, but in all honesty, yes, it's going to be painful, but I don't think he's going to damage the team overall too much if he's able to land any of this. But look, it looks like my tier 1 fighters have done okay. They've done okay. They've taken care of. Oh, well. However, my tier 1 fighters did do okay. I still stand by that. They took out the bombers, but we didn't have an answer for the nuke. I mean, that's a good way to take down your enemy team, right? Just nuke them. Just nuke them. Why not? And as you can see, all of our wind farms are now gone, and I'm struggling for energy. Now, this fusion will be my savior. I don't have enough build power. I don't have enough resources. I'm trying to get some solars up, because for those of you who don't know, solar collectors, the tier 1 solar collectors, they take no energy to build. So if you need energy, boom, go for these. Yeah, so I'm building a few of them, hoping they can get me somewhere at least. The problem is this. I should have probably taken these off. Should probably just stop doing this, because it's not happening here. I'm spending too much. I don't have enough income coming in. This ain't good for me. It ain't good. And the thing is, without a sensible amount of resources coming in, I can't build an anti-nuke. I can't build an anti-nuke. I mean, blue is doing phenomenal. He's gotten big. He's doing really well. I would love to see him go into tier 3 if he could. And I think, out of all of us, he's probably the only one that's going to be able to do it. Ooh, flagship. Now this is the tier 3 of the water world, right? This bad boy. Because look, it could just rain hell. I wonder what he can see with. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, he can see where the bases are, right? He can see a few gauntlets over here, so he will know to not get too close. Not to get too close. He's got a an anti-nuke vessel as well, which is really good. And this is great actually. Look, mobile anti-nuke. It's a generator, so it's obviously producing energy, and radar and sonar. Brilliant. That's a good piece of kit right there. Thankfully, blue has also, look, superstar, right? He's got to win the award for doing everything. He's actually built airs. These must be seaplanes. Yeah. So, from what I understand, I think the guy is trying to nuke us again. So there's me just taking a dig. So, yeah, the seaplanes, from what I understand, they're more like a tier 1.5 when it comes to the world of air. Wow. Thankfully, blue went into air, because that would have been bad. That would have been real bad. Yeah, especially with these flying fortresses coming in. Dragons, I've noticed, even if you've got a ton of anti-air, right, as a static defense, dragons just kind of suck them up. They take them really well. The only things that really, take down dragons is fighters. Are fighters. So if we look at the map, so yellow, very, very interesting. I mean, he done really well against his lane, right? Done really well against his lane, but beyond that, he hasn't really done too much. I mean, he could have pushed up at any point, but he hasn't. I mean, if I look here, what can you see? Okay, he can't see too much, but sometimes you just got to go for it, no? Interceptor. Looks like we tried to return the favor, right, with the nuke, but it didn't really work out. Yeah, look, this player, I find him very interesting. Not producing. Okay, he wants to go straight into tier 3. He's probably just trying to save up some of his metal there. Okay, not bad, not bad. Got a bunch of fusions, loads of energy converters. At some point, you got to move away from this tier 1 converters because they're so inefficient. I mean, 70 energy for 1 metal. Go for the tier 2 converters. They're much better. Much better. You get 10 metal for about 300 or 600 energy. One or the other, right? Either way, it's a lot more efficient. So I'm still not at a point where I can get an anti-nuke. It looks like I just got the fusion up. And I think there was definitely another nuke or something probably hitting us in the same spot, and it took out my my mechs, right? But I don't mind. I got my fusion. I can go into these energy converters, right? And then I can make another fusion, and then start scaling back up. So, yeah. I'm not able to do anywhere near what I had wished or hoped to do in this game. But luckily, we had such a strong player just carrying all of us, right? But they've got a really good thing going on over here. I mean, look, they got another player going into tier 3. Another player going into tier 3. They got some advanced fusions up. Their main player, I mean, yes, he's been doing a solid job with what's being air, right? His bombing runs have not been successful. It is what it is. But he's always giving it a go, right? He's giving it a go. We know they already have nukes. There's a nuke. He's building a nuke. They might be looking to be in a position where they could just overwhelm us with nukes. Look, what are these guys doing? What's the purpose of these? I mean, even this guy, build more units or do what your colleagues are doing, right? Just go get a little bit bigger and go into tier 3. Even this guy's going to nuke. I mean, these guys are nuke lovers, aren't they? They really wanna. They really wanna send us back to the Stone Age, don't they? Okay, so yeah, see my guy here. Can I get one con two, please? Okay, it looks like he wants a tier two. I mean, I don't understand this. I don't understand. Again, just a top tip, because you could be really new to the game. This isn't gonna help. This isn't gonna help. Construction turrets. Construction turrets. These. This is what you want if you need build power, right? This is what you want if you need build power. That's what's going to help you. That's what's going to get you out of a pickle. Okay. I do like this. I do like the fact that he's going into advanced solars. This is really good. This is really good because he's clearly got a decent enough economy where he can do this, right? So that's really good. Wow, this is some bizarre patrolling by. I don't know what my thought process was. I think I just messed it up. I think I just messed it. Okay. Interesting. I think because I saw yellow constantly being around here, I wanted to give them something to think about. Yep, looks like I am finally making some of these bombers. I'm clearly investing heavily here. Because my thinking was, look, if I can just get to at least one of their backline, just one, that's really gonna hurt them. And Vid, clearly had the same idea. Clearly had the same idea. And this looks really good. Wow. That was worse than a nuclear strike, in my opinion. In terms of like damage dealt, that's much more painful than getting hit by a nuke. But then again, when a nuke hitting in that location, taking out the APHIS would have probably, it would have done the same thing. Would have done the same thing. Okay, nice. Well, what this is gonna do, I know some of you guys might watch this and think, okay, look, those are wasted bombers, but actually, it's kind of giving us a bit more vision now in terms of what's going on this end, right? So that's not a bad thing at all. Okay, Zars, one of my favorite tanks. Horrible to go up against, but excellent when they're on your side. I mean, just look at that hit. Just look at that hit, and this thing is hitting bulls, right? And bulls are known to be really good tanks. But just look at that. Okay, this is good. This is gonna stop red team from thinking that they got this lane, right? Even if a few make it through, I think we've got enough. We've got enough units here to cause problems. I still don't have an anti-nuke. It looks like I haven't learnt my lesson here. Oh, actually I do. I did learn my lesson. Okay. Interesting. Hopefully, usually when the first thing to do when you get a tier 2 constructor is go for the advanced mexes, right? That's what you want to take advantage of. I do like the fact that light blue is still looking to help the team, right? He does not want to just sit back and let the team do the heavy lifting, right? He wants to help the team out. He wants to make sure that he's up there with the squad. He's up there with the squad. It looks like he's handing them over to Vids, which is good, right? Vids clearly a much more skilled player than both of us, and he's going to make use of these. Even though they're tier 1, there's still going to be some use with these guys, right? They can give us vision. They could swarm, get around into like the nooks and crannies of people's bases. Oh, look at the state of all this! Wow, this guy was preparing for doomsday or something. I mean, he must have thought a juggernaut or something, was gonna stroll through there. Okay, I like this. Not giving up, looking to rebuild. Seaplane bombers, right? Okay, he's preparing for another bombing run. So I didn't. This is like, it shows my lack of airplay, right? I've got 10 bombers here. So let me know, is that more than enough? is that more than enough to actually go over there? Let's see what we can see. Yeah, I mean, we can see enough. Is that more than enough to go over there and cause damage? Yeah, see, look, this is what I mean about these pawns. They can still get in. They're able to provide vision for these flagships. And look at the damage. Look at the damage. See, so light blue or sky blue. Even though some think, oh, look, well, you know, what good are these tier ones going to do at this stage, right? And there's a point to that, definitely. But as you can see, he gave them to our most experienced player. Right, he saw that we were massing some sort of army, gave it to him, and our most experienced player knew exactly what to do with these pawns. Send them in, get the vision, so these flagships can go to work. And they've got no answer for this bombardment. They don't have enough of an economy to get bubble shields up. Right, and look, you can see the red team looking at that, saying, look, people are quitting. And with that, hey, that's all she wrote. So I couldn't get my bombers in to actually do anything, but I think I had the right intention. I think I had the right intentions over there. So yeah, look, as I thought, Vid's doing everything. Right, so shout out to Vid. He literally carried us in that. But yeah, GG everybody, and hope you like the content. Yeah, let me know how I can improve my airplay. That's something that I really want to get better on. So yeah, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.